Poor little ugly dog. And I'm being mean. But I looked up at her, then I looked down at him, and both of them had the same look on their face. Looking like I kicked her dog. Pardon me. It reminds me of an old saying we used to have when we used to run the streets. When we was getting ready to have a disagreement with folks, we would ask them, which way you want to go? Which way you want to go? That was always a funny saying, but it has some very serious implications. Just like this thought of today. It's not funny, but it does have some serious, what did I just say? Implications. Because what's most important is to have an understanding, and most folks won't tell you this. But when you come into a relationship with the Most High, it's not going to be all peaches and creams or dancing through the tulips and daisies or skipping through them, is the old saying. And I hate to use this analogy, but this is what came to mind. Just like you put in work for the kingdom of darkness, you're going to have to put in work for the kingdom of the Most High. Just like they have you when you join the gang, you basically have to put in work to prove yourself, to prove that you're just like us. Because we can't have you saying you're with us and you're really not. And you get out there in the hood facing our enemy and you don't want to put in work. And like I said, I really didn't want to use this analogy, but it's about the best one that comes to mind at this time. So the Most High is the same. He's got to test that faith just to see where you're at. Who was it? Abraham? That he came back after he was tested and said, now I know that you're gonna serve me. That you're gonna do the right thing. That you're gonna love me like you say you do, or that you do love me like you say you do. I've been trying to figure out what's this smell, and I just picked up on it. These dogwood trees. And they were in bloom last week. We got their first warm up. Where there goes some there that bloomed on out. But they have a powerfully stinking smell. Here they are. But yeah, he's got a, it was Abraham. He said, now I know that you won't put nobody before me. Nothing and nobody. Because you're willing to give up your only son. And what the Most High said in action, now I'm going to give up my son. My only begotten son. But as I was just about to say, he's going to put us through the ringer. He want to know what we're about. If we're about it, or not. As Master P would say back in the days. So, as the script says, in my own words, don't be alarmed because you're going through this hardcore situation like it's something strange. Because in reality it is strange. But it's just not strange and unique to you. It's strange to us all. But as long as we keep approaching our hills in life, like I'm hitting this one, everything gonna be all right. Just like my brother was telling me just now, before I jumped on the bike, that he was going through some tough situations. And I simply reminded us both of who we are and whose we are, and left it at that. And said because we know who we are and whose we are, everything will be all right. Then I left it at that, because it is. don't like the trouble, but we're built for it. And what the Most High just reminded me of, it's all about our focus. Whatever the situation is, we must learn to apply our focus on the Most High in being the answer for that problem. And the way to do that is always take it to the text. Take it to the word. Find the promise on it that he made for that situation. Then take it to him and say, Father, you promised me that you will be a present help in my time of need. And this is my need. Now you say in your word that you will supply all my needs according to your riches and glory by Hamashiach. Or, Father, you promise in your word that by your stripes I am healed. And that healing is the children's bread, if I'm quoting that correctly. So I'm standing on your word. And I'm standing on it with a strong focus. And all those other voices that come and try to steal my focus, I'm casting those thoughts down. Like I said, thoughts, because that text also says imaginations. See, that's how the Hasatan and his imps that's assigned to your life will try to get you. It's all about that mental focus. We're gonna listen to them. You might as well throw the book away. And all the scripts you ever memorized. And every memory of him doing anything for you. I thank the Most High for opening my eyes to this outer path. And see, he knows me. I'm kind of stubborn as far as moving without his absolute sure leading. And see, that's what bumping into that baby caused. A need to go higher. A need to find this hill. and conquer it. But need to be more. And to demand more. As we was talking about last week. See, I can't expect more out of other folks if I won't demand more out of myself. So that's going to be my encouraging word. And that's one of keeping focus. But it's all about our focus. And two, like I said yesterday, what motivates us. Because if the Most High is our only motivation, then we will follow him, as the text says, not loving our lives, even unto death, as the text says. So that is my word of encouragement. Ask the Most High to keep you focused in on him and to give you a focal point. Even if it's a script or a thought, tell him to give you something to focus in on that will keep you on the right path and not putting your hand to the plow and then turning back. Because it's absolutely all about our focus. And following him, that is. Because he's going to lead you sometimes down into the lion's den. Oh boy. And he's going to lead you sometimes against a giant and his whole army. Oh boy. And most important, he's going to lead you to that cross. To your cross. That you got to pick up and follow Yahusha behind to your Gethsemane and get your butt up there and be crucified. Then you too can sing that song. crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live. But it's Yahushua HaMashiach that lives in and through me.